What is going on, man? It is Isaiah G. How plays 60 FPS HD here, man. And I'm with my boy, Mr. Juratastic. What's going on, man?
Yes, sir. Back in the studio once again. Here to talk about some big football games coming up this year. And we're going to give you guys our first impressions. These two games being Madden 25 and the up-and-coming NCAA Football 25.
Yeah, man. Listen, he started laughing because this game comes out every year and you guys still continue to buy it. But, you know, that's not my prerogative, you know what I'm saying?
Don't do it like that.
Let's go ahead and get into it, man. Let me take a sip of this Starbucks coffee that's overinflated as far as the price, but we're not concerned about that, man. First and foremost, man, we got some screenshots courtesy of the PSN store. I have no clue who this player is for the Dallas Cowboys, it looks like, because I can see Dak Prescott in the background faded out.
America's team, baby.
And looking at it right now, man, first impressions, obviously this is a close-up of probably a cutscene. This guy is sweaty, glistening in the bright stadium lights, man. As always, it seems like, man, when these developers want to highlight screenshots and stuff like that for these sports games, but I mean, this looks nice. The textures look good. They're at least, you know, high res as far as his face goes. The beard, facial hair, whatever type of texture or what do you call it, man? Strands, maybe? I don't know. But that looks nice. Again, if you were looking at this from a long distance instead of, we have monitors here in the studio, man, but you could mistake this for a somewhat realistic Photoshop picture, you know what I'm saying? Obviously, he's got the sweat effects on his face. It looks nice as well. Definitely better than 2K's sweat animations and whatnot. The jersey, looking at the jersey, the mesh, that's the word, man, mesh. But the mesh jersey, man, it looks nice as far as this particular picture goes. Obviously, when we get to the gameplay and the game engine footage, that's gonna change. I 100% guarantee it. And honestly, I feel like it's gonna look like the Madden games of old, man. But as far as just one single solitary screenshot goes, man, that EA wants to push out to us, man, it looks good, but no doubt this is a cutscene.
Yeah, I do agree. My only complaint is, if they go the cutscene route, just like the NBA 2K games in their My Career type mode, I'm going to be pressing X a whole lot, man. A whole lot. Now, again, if they do it tastefully, then that's fine. With the regular amount of cutscenes that they normally have in the game, when the football games actually start, and as well as the presentation. But, seeing something like this every, I don't even know, man, every like 5 minutes, that's unskippable. I'm not a fan of that. Not a fan of that at all. But again, as far as it looks, it does look good. Again, better than 2K, in my opinion. 2K has always, they've been okay as far as the sports games, as far as their graphics department. I think WWE 2K is a lot better than the NBA 2K franchises and series. But this video is not to compare EA to 2K. However, I will say that EA has always been a very good performer in the presentation aspect of games. A while back, they had the NBA Live refresh, and let me tell you, it looked great. It looked great graphically. The presentation was there as far as the announcers, the commentators, the graphics, the animations. And, 2K has kind of been stale in that department. They've been consistent, yes, but it's been stale over these last couple years. And it's going to be interesting to see how they can push the ball forward, especially with even more competition with the NCAA Football 25 game that we will talk about later. Anyway, let's go ahead and look at some gameplay, or at least the new trailer for Madden 25.
Yeah, man. And hey, what are we thinking of the cover athlete, man? Christian McCaffrey, CMC, man.
Oh yeah, well deserved. Hey, listen, I was never salty that he left my Carolina Panthers. I'm not even going to say mine, because they have never been my team, but I am. We are here in North Carolina, so I kind of have to root for him by default. But
Yep.
I'm happy he got into a better environment with a better team that can better utilize him. My boy was putting his team on his back, man. My
Putting in that
gosh,
work,
some of
man.
the runs, some of the catches out in the backfield, and even some of the touchdown passes, man. My gosh, my boy was putting in that work, man. Putting in that work. So happy for him.
There it is, man. All right. So the reveal trailer has dropped. We're going to take a look at this here in a breakdown type scenario here. First things first, this disclaimer down here. They put this out on every game. And obviously the developers want you guys to think that they're going to make changes to the appearance of the game, and that's obviously false. It has never been true in the history of video games.
Let them know.
So what you see is what we're going to get, man. So here we go. Looking at this here. Again, game engine footage always looks, better than the final game. But it does look okay, I guess. I'm not seeing anything spectacular or mind-blowing here. Obviously, the first highlight that we have here is the authentic data-driven impacts. Again, man, this just seems like a bunch of word salad to say, hey, we got some more animations and better tackling. And, they've been working on this for, gosh, I don't even know how many years now, probably since Madden 25 on the PS3. They've been saying that they've been adding animations for tackling and stuff like that. I'm not impressed by this, man. I'm really not impressed by this. Now, obviously, any minor improvement is going to improve the gameplay experience for the users and whatnot. I see that they're adding some more team celebrations and stuff as well. But again, it's minor, man. It's minor. It's stuff that should have been in, last year's version of the game. And I have said this for many, many, many years, man, about these Madden games, man. So, no surprises there. Brandon?
Yeah. For the Madden community on PC, there are modders out there that have modded the gameplay to a point where it is a completely different game than what is on the PlayStation 5 and Xbox consoles. I'm not going to say you can compare this new data-driven tech to the modded versions of Madden 24, but, it's a minor improvement that is not that hard to do, to put it, bluntly. With the new roster updates for the new season coming up, it will be exciting to see, as they used in the video, Saquon Barkley, and using him with the supposedly new control schemes that they're going to have to, have some exciting run plays, breaking tackles, and seeing some of those authentic type moves here. But it's more of the same. So I agree with you on that perspective here. Dominate the trenches, AI blocking logic. Now, I'm going to go out on a limb here and say that this is nothing but improved blocking. I think these changes are going to improve instances like if you have a outside pitch and your offensive lineman just decides to run right by the defender coming towards you and not even attempt to try and block him.
Boys got blinders on.
Or even, fixing some of the offensive lineman movement patterns where they would be on skates and they would just kind of magically warp towards the defending team, and somehow just kind of magically pick up a block when they're not really supposed to. Or, even giving the offensive linemen some moves to counter their defensive counterparts. So I have no clue what that's going to enthrall, but hey, it'll be there for this New Year's version of the game.
The O-line needs moves too, man. Better blocking. That's all I see, man. Control every grab. New catch mechanics. All right, so the big highlight here, the receivers making the one-handed grab. We have seen these type of spectacular catch animations before, so obviously they have revamped it this time around. It looks nice. It looks nice. Obviously, the one-handed grab looked pretty natural as far as the animation blending and stuff like that. And, you know, I expect only top dog receivers to be able to do these types of things.
Yes, sir.
But it does look nice. It does look nice. Again, more highlight reel control, branching animations, smoother animations. Again, nothing really new here. Just, you know, developers trying to have a smoother gameplay experience for the users. Fight for every inch, improved contextual reactions. Now this here is kind of interesting. My guess here is that they're going to have faster inputs, because that's one thing that I've been complaining about for years, man. As far as like certain player movements, man, where you're moving the analog stick around and it's taking forever for the guy to actually move and react in game. So, you know, maybe we'll see some changes there as far as the input and stuff like that, input delays, or at least what it seems like for the animations to actually, unfold. But, you know, it's all minor stuff, man. It's all minor stuff. And now, again, hopefully these things will add up, you know, over the course of the game's lifespan or whatever, man. But I'm not seeing anything that's getting me hyped to play it this year, man. That's all I'm saying.
All right. True to life player animations. Signature animations are nothing new to the Madden franchise. We've seen this before with Patrick Mahomes and his sidearm throw. Now they're going to be adding these things to newer players. So my guess is that they're going to be doing these animations for Saquon Barkley and Christian McCaffrey, the cover boy, mainly with their jukes and jives coming out of the backfield, maybe even coming out of the backfield with a catch towards the sideline, and then that little juke animation that they do to shake off the first defender. I would not be surprised if we even see some Lamar Jackson animations, some Derrick Henry animations as far as his big stiff arms down the sidelines. So those are, again, nice touches, nice little details that add to the immersion of the NFL football games. But again, it is still more of the same. Deeper NFL immersion, franchise mode recharged. What that tells me is more cutscenes. But you know, hey, you gotta have a storyline, I guess. Fresh presentation, authentic rookie head scans. Now this is cool. Again, it's giving the rookies their time in the limelight. And, you know, hopefully this gets rid of the generic player faces that we see in these roster updates. More plays, more strategies, dynamic new playbooks. I know numerous times where I have been playing Madden over the years and I have just seen every play in the game. And honestly, I have signature plays that I stick to and I run them over and over and over again. You know what I'm saying? So
here comes the stretch.
Hey,
hit the lab, folks.
Listen, you got to do what you got to do because I'm going to hit those out routes on you, baby. So
cheesy, man. Cheesy.
Yeah, so I know the Madden community is big on finding the best offensive and defensive plays in the game. So that is a nice touch there. It is a added level of customization that the community wants to see at a default level.
All right, man. Let me jump in here, man. Master the new formation, new kickoff rules. Again, this is just, you know, more stuff to make the game a lot more realistic.
Yep.
Flex on them. New group celebrations. Again, I touched on this earlier, man. I knew they were going to do it. You know, I'm eager to see them, but, you know, again, it's nothing new and it was an expected change.
Very true.
Oh my gosh, you're going really fast here, man. I'm going to back up here. Rebuilt atmospheres, updated stadiums. No one really asked for this, but it is a nice detail. they have to try and compete with NCAA Football 25 with their, with their recreation of the college football atmosphere. So there's no surprise that they did this on the pro level. So I can expect, maybe some updated weather effects for stadiums. I know they're going to update the equipment and gear that they use out there on the field. So again, minor change. It was expected. But again, they're just trying to compete with their NCAA Football 25 game. Now, to summarize this here, this just looks like minor refinements to make the game a lot more authentic from a NFL player's perspective. And again, these changes are appreciated, but it's nothing that was unexpected.
Yeah.
I think the NCAA Football 25 game has a lot more game-changing features, a lot more hype around it, and honestly, I think it's just going to be a better overall football game. So with that being said, man, let's go ahead and take a look at it. Right off the bat, man, this looks better. This looks better than Madden 25. I don't know if it's just a lighting situation, but or maybe like a slight texture improvement, but this looks better graphically, and I'm just not even gonna lie to you, man. Already, some of the main features here: Campus IQ, wear and tear system, player abilities, home field advantage, and unique playbooks, man. So, Brandon, let's go ahead and elaborate here on the Campus IQ wear and tear system, man.
Yeah, I thought this was really, really nice. Obviously, we're going to have wear and tear for the players out there on the field. Every hit matters. Every hit is going to take a toll on your players' attributes, maybe even the animations, but that's just speculation at this point. This is a dynamic feature. I know they have to differentiate between the NCAA and Madden games, but I believe this is something that they specifically held exclusive to the college game just to get viewers. And it's working, I'm not even gonna lie, so that's great. I'm gonna be excited to see it in action when I play the game, and it's gonna be fun. Another big thing here, player abilities. So we've got a lot of mental and physical attributes here that are very important in the battle lines of the football field, very similar to the X factors of the Madden series. And this system is made to capture the likeness of these real college players, because once again, these are real players with real names here, which is also a very nice touch. I'm very happy for EA actually stepping up and actually putting a real life roster in the game. But hopefully these abilities are updated as the roster changes during the course of the college season. And this feature is going to add some dynamic gameplay over the course of the College Football 25 games lifespan. So let's go ahead and hear about the home field advantage.
Yeah, man. Home field advantage. Obviously, this is going to play into the presentation factor of the game. And man, it looks great. You see the sideline celebrations, you see the mascots, you see the pyro going off in the intros of the football games. You see all the different animations and interactions that they have, man. It's great. It's awesome. It looks nice. It's authentic to the college experience. And then we have the stadium pulse, which is basically the crowd getting loud. You know what I'm saying? You're in enemy territory. It's hype. You can't focus if you're on the opposing team. You know what I'm saying? You're trying to keep your wits about you before you snap the ball. And, this crowd factor can result in drop passes, interceptions, bad throws, etc., man. You get the point. All in all, man, this feature looks really, really nice. Again, more dynamic gameplay. You shouldn't have to worry about this feature overcoming or overpowering, I should say, the user as far as, just basic skill at the game. We've all been playing Madden for years and we're looking for something new. And, this should definitely not be a game-changing factor on, whether or not, say, you and your buddy pick up the sticks, man, and he's got the home field advantage. This should not have any type of major effect on the opposing player winning the game, or at least having a fair chance, you know what I'm saying? So, Brandon, some final thoughts on these two games and, your first impressions, man. Your final first impressions.
Yeah, EA is going to make some money this year.
Yep.
Let's just be real, man.
Making bank, man.
This was a very smart move to have two different football games that cater to two different audiences. We've all been playing Madden for years. We've all been waiting for the college football series to come back. And, they finally done it. They finally given it enough of a refresh and as well as new features to differentiate it between the Madden series. If you're asking me about first impressions of the college football game, this is nice. This is a revamped version. And this looks like the superior football game.
Yeah, man.
Looking at the Madden 25 trailer, again, as you keep saying, minor refinements to make the game feel more authentic. And it's just more of the same. It's more of the same. I think the NCAA football game has a lot of hype.
Yeah.
And that goes into the presentation, that goes into the graphics, that goes into the wear and tear system. Honestly, I think it's justified. I think it's justified. We're eager for something new, and from what I'm seeing from this gameplay deep dive, it looks good. It looks good. It looks fun to play, and it just looks fresh. It just looks fresh, man. Madden 25, it's just more of the same, man. Just more of the same. I can't say it enough. So, anyway, man, that is our first impressions of the Madden 25 and College Football 25 games and their respective trailers. But that is going to do it for us. This has been the BCIP Podcast, showcasing Madden 25 and NCAA Football 25. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video. Subscribe. All that good stuff, man. We're out of here.
Gotta be a hardcore Madden fan to buy it this year, man. $70 on this crap.
Listen, it makes you wonder. It makes you wonder what they could have done if they would have just put out Madden 25 and then combined all of these gameplay features into that one Madden 25 game. But it is what it is. Till next time. Peace.